Hey everyone, Dave here, back in the kitchen, and today we're gonna try out these viral weight loss protein bowls that everyone's talking about, but we are gonna do them keto because that's what we generally do on this channel. And of course, we're gonna make the best possible version in the whole universe because that's what we do on Cooking with Dave, where we try and fail miserably. Either way, it'll be fun. And we're gonna start it off with some cauliflower. And once again, it's like the world's smallest cauliflower. We need 24 florets. Look at this. Why is there a cut in my cauliflower? That's a little disturbing. Does that mean Joe Walmart cut it with his box knife? Is that what just happened here? Yeah. Got it. I probably should wash this too. We need 24 florets. Let me see. How many florets do we have, would you say? I mean, I'm going to boil it in water. Do I really need to wash it? I'm so lazy. It's gonna boil in water. It's like, and then I'm gonna drain the water. So I feel like I can just cook it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, definitely not big enough. Luckily, I've got a backup cauliflower. So yeah, a lot of these weight loss protein bowls are using like rice and a bunch of other high carb stuff, which we're trying to avoid. But they all look so good, don't they? You see them on TikTok and you're like, oh my gosh, I wish I could try this protein bowl. But if you're trying to watch your carbs, a lot of times you're like, I guess I can't. But we're gonna make one that you can try. And you know what? Let's just say it this way. We're gonna make the macros right so that you could lose weight eating this protein bowl. It could be a part of a weight loss plan for sure with the macros that we're gonna have when we're done with it. So we got our cauliflower. We're gonna boil it in some water to soften it. Okay, so we're loading our cauliflower into the pot here to get it softened up. Now, did Dave wash it? I'm not gonna tell. I like the mystery. I want you to comment and let me know if you think I washed it. They say commenting helps YouTube channels, so that always helps me, guys, if you comment down below. Me and my wife, we try to get to all the comments. Sometimes we miss some. We read most of them, but we don't always respond. Like the last video had 500 comments. That's a little hard to respond to every single one. But we appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Let's keep going. Oh, I forgot. My wife got me this apron for Christmas. Let me show you. She wants to know why I haven't worn it yet. I said, listen, hon, it's too cocky. I can't wear that. But let me show you. Maybe I'll wear it in a future video. Let's see. Check it out. It also doesn't have a little spot for my microphone. It says, Mr. Good Looking is cooking. All right, so we're going to take some chicken thigh fillets. Ooh, that's fancy. How's that different than a normal chicken thigh? I think it's just a normal chicken thigh. Take a few of those. I wonder if I'm supposed to cut these up. I want about 1.5 pounds of chicken thighs. You know, I might just cook these all. Yeah, I'll cook them all so I don't waste them. All right, so we want to season the chicken, which I have just kind of thrown all over my cutting board for some reason, with garlic powder. I don't even know if I care to measure it. It says that, you know, I was gonna say a teaspoon of garlic powder, but we'll just make sure every piece of chicken has some garlic powder on it. At least a teaspoon, at least a teaspoon. And we'll try to season both sides of it as well. And I had to wash my hands because I was holding the chicken, guys, and guess what soap I used? Dave's Soap, dkmkt.com. That's my website, it's in the background there. I sell my own soap. I literally ship it out of here, out of my house, myself for you guys. So if you want to get some soap, it's really good. I'm a huge fan of the soap. It works great. You know what I should do is I should do each of the spices and then flip. That was kind of silly. Oh, that was a lot of garlic powder. The reason I'm not using my exact measurement I was going to use of a teaspoon is because I'm using like 2.5 pounds of chicken and 1 teaspoon was for 1.5 pounds. We'll then use smoked paprika. Oh gosh, it's fine. That's fine. We're just going to go with that. That little corner is going to be, oh my gosh, why is so much smoked paprika falling out of my teaspoon? Maybe it just looks like a lot. We're fine. We're fine. It's, oh my gosh. All right, maybe we won't do both sides on this one. Yeah, we'll just do one side. That was only a teaspoon, which we're fine. We'll just do one. You know what? We're going to do one side on the rest of them because I'm lazy. Then want 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. I'm such a special little chef, aren't I, guys? I'm such a special little chef. There we go. Boom. And then a little salt and pepper to taste, which I never got that. Like, what are we gonna do? Take a big bite of our raw chicken thighs to taste? We're not gonna do that, guys. That's not safe. I don't know. I'm just gonna put a bunch of spice on this thing. Should be fine. Heat up a pan on your stovetop. And, oh, do we need oil? You know what I should do? In the background, I should put my soaps up there so people can see them. Ooh, that's like scorching hot. I've only got it set to 6 out of 10 or whatever. Some oil, or my other stuff, like my cook dock that I use to hold up my my thing. This is like maybe too hot. Well, I guess it'll cool down when I put the chicken on it, right? That's not right. What am I doing? So we're gonna put the chicken down. I'll put the side I didn't season down first. And this is just chicken thighs in oil. And we wanna get a nice crust on it if we can, but not burnt. And you know me, I'll generally burn stuff. Do I even want this piece? Yeah, sure, why not? All right, let's see if we got some browning or burning, let's see. Oh yeah, nice browning. We'll flip it over, get some browning on the other side as well. That's a thick piece of chicken. That might be hard to cook through. We'll see how it goes. Luckily, it's a chicken thigh. Chicken thighs are a little more forgiving. Our water's almost boiling with our cauliflower, but not yet. Basically, we're waiting. We want to do like 4 to 5 minutes per side, but with my history in chicken, it'll probably be 10 minutes on each side. I don't know. For some reason, chicken always takes longer than people say. I'm probably always overcooking it because I've got salmonella anxiety ever since I accidentally poisoned my wife with shrimp one time. Now you're also gonna want some sausage, but I already have some sausage. I actually made a sausage dish. How many days ago was that? Is this still good to eat? Thursday, and today's Sunday. Friday, Saturday, yeah, 3 days, we're good. So we'll just use this instead of making, this is just like Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage. Just once you're done with your chicken, throw it on the same pan and make sure it all gets nice and brown. And you'll be good to go. You probably saw the video. If you didn't, go check it out. That was really good. It was a cottage cheese protein bake. It was tasty. But this is my leftover sausage from that, so might as well reuse it. All right, let's look at the other side of this chicken. We want to make sure we don't blacken it. Oh, that browning is flavor though. That's good stuff. It's looking pretty tasty so far. We got a nice brown going on where the spices are living. Hey, our cauliflower is boiling. We want that cauliflower to get like really soft. All right, so we're pulling off our chicken. It looks pretty good. We got some nice browning, some crispiness going on. Smells delicious. I have a few stubborn pieces. I'm using my little thingy to make sure, the javelin thingy, thermometer thingy, to make sure that it's cooked through. I want to get it to 175 degrees, or 165, I'm sorry. Mine's at 175, that's Freudian slip. You want about 165 on the chicken. We're gonna set the chicken aside for like 5 minutes to let it rest. I'll just put it back there. Our cauliflower is very close to done. It's been on for like 10 minutes boiling. If you are gonna cook your ground beef, you can do that now. I mean, your ground pork, you can do that now. And I'm just gonna throw mine in where my chicken was. Again, mine's pre-cooked, but if you want yours will be pink, just put it in there and cook it till it's not pink anymore. Sorry about the noise from my fan. It just was smoking up my kitchen. I don't have a fancy studio, so I've got to actually, you know, figure all that out on my own. All right, so we want our cottage cheese as well, our cottage cheese base. So you want to take a blender, if you got one. Into the blender, we're going to add 1 cup of cottage cheese. Oh, it's nice and quiet with that fan off, huh? I think that's going to be all my cottage cheese. I think I'm just about there if I add in this. So 1 cup of cottage cheese, full fat, into the mix. All right, my pork is like, literally that's all it took to reheat it. So I'm gonna turn the heat off on that. My sausage. I got grease everywhere with that chicken. Bring back our friend, Mr. Cauliflower. It's feeling pretty soft. Still don't have like a little cook dock for a pot that's this big. I need to make one. Ow, hot. I just touched the stovetop. That hurt. I just touched the stovetop that I had the cauliflower cooking on. So I wanna add to the blender 1/4 cup of heavy cream. I'm using my 3rd cup measure. You know why. If you've watched my channel, you know why. All right, then we're gonna add 1/2 cup of shredded mozzarella in with the cottage cheese, which I think again is gonna be like all my mozzarella. I'm being, you know, conservative, using up all my ingredients. 1/4 cup of grated parm, and I'm just using this stuff in the can here. I'm fancy like that. 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, and salt and pepper. A little pepper, a little bit of salt, put it all together, and what do you get? A delicious base for our protein bowl. Oh, nothing happened. Why did nothing happen? Am I using the wrong blender thingy? I am, dang it. It indeed is my first rodeo. Man, all this stuff's now on this. David, listen guys, this is where I remind you, I am not a professional cook. I am the exact opposite. And listen, that's good because it's like, isn't that like therapeutic to you? Because you can see, oh, you know what? I thought I was bad at cooking, but then I saw Dave. And I realized that compared to Dave, I'm a great cook. That's, you know, that's not the goal of the channel, but it is a side effect. Now I gotta try to get this thing past the, how do I get it to the little peg at the bottom? I like to do things the hard way, folks. Let's see if this works. All right, it seems to be working. If you blend cottage cheese enough, will it turn into butter? Butter. I don't think it will. I wanna get it off the sides here. I'm gonna check on our cauliflower in a second. And we're almost ready to assemble like the Avengers did. And then they lost to Thanos. I mean, spoiler alert, but pathetic. I could have beaten Thanos. I was watching some of these big YouTubers on here, guys, like the big ones. And mind you, like, my channel's done way better than I ever expected, and I'm very grateful for that. What is that yellowish stuff? What did we put in here? Maybe it's some parm or garlic powder. Their videos are so fancy. So fancy compared to my videos. Thank you for watching and bearing with me in my very unfancy videos. All right, let's see if this cauliflower looks done. I'm just gonna take a piece of it. Yes, it does. That hurt. That was not smart. I just put my hands right on it. Basically, you wanna be able to like, feel like it's gonna just melt apart, and it is. So we're gonna strain the water out of that. Can I just use this little scooper thingy? Maybe I can do it that way. Yeah, that works. Put the cauliflower over there, and then I can just dump the water out. Doo-doo. Okay. What do we do next? So we want to add 2 tablespoons of butter to our cauliflower. No paper. And a 1/4 cup of heavy cream goes in with it as well. All right, so we want to smoosh it. It took me, you know, a few minutes to find a smoosher, but here's a smoosher. We're going to smoosh the ever-loving smoosh out of this thing. I don't know if I was really supposed to add the milk first before the smoosh or after the smoosh, but it's all right. Hey, it looks kind of like mashed potatoes. Mashed potato, mashed potato. Okay, I'll smoosh it a little more in a minute. We're getting really close to assembly here. I'm gonna take like a little pot. I don't know, this might be too big. I think this will be better, like a saucepan on the heat. Not super high heat. We'll do like a 4. And we're gonna add our creamy cottage cheese to that saucepan over like a medium heat. And we're not trying to boil this or anything. All right, so we're basically just loosening up this cottage cheese and cheese topping. This is a topping. And we don't want to boil it at all. We just want to keep stirring it and let it get a little warm. And it was like a frosting consistency. We're looking for a much smoother consistency. We're getting close. Okay, now we're gonna assemble our protein bowl by putting some of the cauliflower mix at the bottom. I'm making a mess everywhere. I'm such a slob. It's ridiculous. It's like half the time I spend on my videos is cleaning up my ridiculous mess. So there's our cauliflower base. Then we're gonna add our sausage. Looks pretty good. It's like cauliflower mash, essentially. Add some sausage, and this'll serve more than one, but it's looking pretty good, right? A nice piece of our chicken, and you could chop that up if you want. We're gonna pour over it some of our warmed up cottage cheese mixture, like so. And we're gonna try it, see if it's good. It looks kind of good. Probably would have behooved us to cut up the chicken first, honestly. Now that I'm thinking in hindsight, I'll tell you to do that. And you can mix it up if you want to. Then it like really turns it into a bowl. Again, be nice if the chicken was cut in pieces, but that's okay. Let's try it. I got some chicken, some of the cauliflower mash, a little of cheese sauce, and we're gonna try a bite and try not to burn our mouth and see if this cottage cheese protein bowl is delicious or not. It is delicious. It's very good. And the macros are great on this thing. That's really good. If you want, you can sprinkle some sour cream, shredded cheddar, scallions, parsley, anything like that on top as well. This is a lot of food. This is more than I can eat in this bowl. And we have all the leftovers back there, that over there. If you were to combine it all that we cooked, it's 3,300 calories, 300 grams of protein, and this can vary based on your ingredients, 245 grams of fat, and 20 carbs in the whole thing. So if you eat just a serving, it's really, I'd say this would easily serve 6. So maybe 600 calories in that zone if you do like a 1/6 of it. But what's really great is that protein number. And protein's good, guys, because it helps you retain your muscle. All right, we have another success that I want to keep eating, but I should stop recording. Thank you again for watching. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, press the hype, comment down below, come back next time. Bye-bye.